Oh, hey guys.
Today is a special video because I will be filming in my pug onesie that I got. And I bought it and then I was like, why don't I film in it? So here I am, filming in it. Awesome. Yeah. One thing you guys should know about me is I absolutely love pugs. Definitely want one day. And so I'm super excited that I found this and definitely happy that this is my first onesie as, an adult that I have. Okay, let's get started on this week's past episode of American Horror Story Freak Show. Last week we ended with Elsa dropping off Bet and Dot at Dandy's house, and of course everyone's like, oh my god, hashtag pray for Bet and Dot, hashtag save Bet and Dot, and I was on with them. But then we start off the episode and he's like super chill about the whole thing. He wants to get married. He's talking about how he loves them, how it took a woman with two heads and two hearts to like open up his eyes and some crap. And I'm just like, this is definitely a side we have not seen from Dandy yet, because usually he wants to like kill everyone and everything. So that was really weird and different to see. Then we move on and we find out that Elsa and Paul have been having this like love affair thing and no one else knew about it. I was just like, what? Where did this come from? Because like, of course we didn't have any type of clue, although his little gift was like super cute and her response was like, you cheeky bastard. Love it. Love it. I would just start using just cheeky bastard for everyone. Got a sandwich? You cheeky bastard. Got new shoes? Those cheeky bastards. Oh, that's cuss words. I'm cussing. Oh well, beware. Anyways, then, her little party is cute and all the freaks are together. They put this together and they're giving her gifts, but they're also sad about Bet and Dot. And of course, because she's the one who left him, and even though she told everyone else that they left, she's like, get over it, blah, blah, blah. What the heck? Okay, so I'm like, made sure I wrote some of my stuff down so I won't forget to tell you guys. And I wrote down cute, cuddly. Oh, right. Okay, Evie's gift with little Ma Petite. That was so cute, little cuddly. I would totally have Ma Petite. Ma Petite. That sounds so Texan. Anyways, I would totally have one or have her just because it's like a little cuddly bunny and she'd be warm. It's so cute. The next scene is how Paul is up in Penny's room. What? He is getting it on with two women. Cheeky bastard, man. Cheeky bastard. Okay, so then we have Bet and Dot writing in their diaries, and Bet likes Dandy, and that's so cute because it's gonna be Dot and Jimmy, and then Bet and Dandy, although Dandy's a little cray-cray, and Dot doesn't really like Dandy, obviously, as we are seeing. But the whole like beginning, before he like has this freaking breakdown about how they didn't want to tell secrets, or mostly how Dot didn't want to tell a secret, is super cute because he's actually like a normal boy, I guess one would say. And then he snaps, we see, and then things change, and then he starts crying over the fact that Bet changes his view. And I was like, well, you kind of freaked out and like snapped. How do you not expect her to kind of change her view? And then Esmeralda, who's played by Emma Roberts, her and Dennis O'Hara's character trying to plan to take the next freak, and Dennis O'Hara's character mentions Lobster Boy's Jimmy, his hands, and she's kind of like, what? So then we kind of see that, yeah, she does really care about Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. But I hate that she is offering Ma Petite. Like, she's so cute. Like, please don't kill her. And then, of course, they show, like, the actions leading, like, the like, the daydreaming part of it. And then she actually does. But then in the end, we see that she doesn't go through with it. So maybe she is really starting to she is really starting to care about these people, or her conscience, or who knows what. And then, okay, So the fact that she kisses Jimmy and is like, let's run away, I couldn't tell if that was a whole scheme to maybe like go ahead and go through with it, or she just trying to get out so that she doesn't have to do any of that stuff anymore, or like what the issue is here, because that was a little sketch on her part. Next, I would just like to bring up that during commercial they are finally showing Into the Woods trailer, and I love that musical, and I'm really happy that it's being made into a movie and it has an amazing cast. And more than anything, I'm glad that I am able to see the trailer now, because I found out about this like over a year and a half ago, and to finally have it on my nice screen is really nice. So definitely check it out. Then we have another breakdown later on, of course. We find out that, of course, Paul gets busted, and Elsa's like, cheap perfume, blah blah blah. Or she doesn't say cheap perfume. She tells cheap perfume to Penny, but she's like, you smell of Venetian perfume, Venetian rose, whatever that stupid perfume was. And so of course she busts him and he's caught, and then she has a breakdown because mostly because of Paul, and then she accuses the freaks of not being able to trust her and all the shenanigans, and says that one of them has to get on that spinny wheel thing, which of course we know when she's throwing the knives at him that it was on purpose, and you see that she smiled. So whatever was up Elsa's sleeve, or whatever is up her sleeve later, or it was just payback, or who knows, but that was not cool, and he ends up dying, I believe. Or it's insinuated that he's gonna die because she never called an ambulance, and he looks like he's losing a lot of blood. So there's that. Did not see that he was gonna get knifed. Although, kind of did, because he said don't miss, and then she was like, that's the whole point. And then during rehearsal, she kind of did the same thing. So, all for an act, I guess. After that whole incident, of course, Penny comes and is at Paul's side. And then afterwards, we're shot to Jimmy going to Dandy's house, because in the beginning, Paul is trying to go get that bottle of Venetian perfume, and he notices that Dandy has double stuff and the headbands, and so he kind of figures out that maybe the twins are there. So when he tells Jimmy, Jimmy goes later on, and the fact that Miss Mott is like, my son has no friends, is hilarious. But of course, Jimmy comes into the house, which who knows what will happen then? Maybe something bad? I don't think so. Okay. Later on, it goes back to where Elsa goes into the tent where her party was held, and Kathy Bates' character is there with her cake, and Elsa talks to her, and here I feel is a very genuine scene for Elsa, because you can tell that she cares, but at the same time she wants to, like, they're her children, and she wants them to not ask questions and all this stuff. But I like that she throws in that she loves her babies, and that she tells Kathy's character that she's a sister she never met, which is really nice, because in season 3 they kind of hated each other, so it's nice to see them as friends in real life and then friends on screen. Although Kathy said that if she was lying about having to do something with the twins, that she wronged the twins in some way, that she was going to kill her. And I'm just like, well, so much for that friendship. And then it's really sad that at the end, or the episode ends with Elsa talking about how she just wants to be loved. And maybe that, the whole reason of doing anything was for her just so that she could be loved. And then that explains why Paul gets knifed and blah, blah, blah. This had a lot of stuff. This seemed like a really boring video. Thank you if you're still watching. But those are all the major recaps. Of course, I wrote down all this crap. But, big revelations that Elsa and Paul was together. And then Elsa and Paul and Penny. And then he gets knifed. And then Ma Petite is almost taken. And then we figure out that the twins are okay, but then they want to leave because then Dandy snaps, and then Jimmy finally figures out where they are, so hopefully he can bring them back. And that is this recap of the episode. Like if you're happy that the twins are alive and they're safe, like that Ma Petite was saved, and that she is, you know, able to keep having hotcakes and food. Comment below if you agree, disagree with anything I've said, and have a nice weekend. Tune in next week for American Horror Story recap. Okay, bye.